Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my transfer plans for Game Week 11 and also how I'm currently getting on in Game Week 10. So if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below, leave a comment, what are your plans for the next game week, subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off with one more game to play in Game Week 10. I do have 2 players remaining, but I'm currently on 52 points, which is a pretty decent week. It's a Game Week rank of 627,000. Obviously, there's been big scorers that I've not owned this week, like obviously Solanke did really well. Bruno Fernandes finally got an attacking return, and I was worried that that might actually hurt the rank a little bit, but they're so low owned that it didn't even matter. So 52 points is actually a very solid game week, and like I said, I've still got 2 players left to play. It's been a bit of a mad one though. There's been a lot of like low owned players that have scored big, and all the big boys like obviously Haaland, Saka, Palmer, none of them really turned up. So it's been a very swingy week, especially with Haaland and Salah captainers. But either way, Raya picked up 3 points, which, to be honest, as a Raya owner for the last few weeks, that's a haul. You know, last week he got 3, the week before that he got like 1 or 2 or something like that. So I'll honestly take 3 points. Like, it could have been a lot worse, especially with how bad Arsenal defense has been lately. I will gladly take 3 points. He's finally giving me something to, I guess, I just celebrate, even though it's not even a return. But either way, 3 points from Raya. 8 Nori only picking up a 1-pointer. I did think that Crystal Palace game was going to have goals in it, but I was hoping that 8 Nori would get on the score sheet. The main concern was he was going to pick up another yellow card. Luckily, that is not the case. So he is available to play in that Southampton at home fixture, which is the one that I really wanted him for. So yeah, the 1 point is a little bit annoying, but it is what it is. He obviously got the goal last week, so I'm fine with that. Milenkovic, obviously I'm very happy with the attacking, with the clean sheet. He was so close to an attacking return, though. It was absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, we got the red card. Well, they got the red card, so I was kind of expecting us to win the game. I was obviously hoping we'd get a clean sheet as well, obviously. But yeah, obviously at the end of the game, we scored a goal that was offside, and he obviously set it up, and it was offside by like millimeters. There was another chance he had on a corner that just went wide. Like, he could have got so many attacking returns in that game. Obviously, Aina was the one to own this week, getting that 15-pointer. But I mean, at the end of the day, not a lot of people actually own Forest defenders. So Milenkovic is actually a bit of a he's a little bit of a differential for me, which I'm just surprised at, because like I say, Forest are one of the best defenses in the league. It's one of those now though. I feel like the fixtures get a little bit worse. We've got Ipswich at home coming up, but we also have like City away, Arsenal away, so it's not ideal. So maybe it's not the time to target the Forest defense, but either way, I'm happy with the 6 points, but it could have been so much more. Mikolenko only picking up 2 points. This was a little bit of an annoying game because they lost it in like the last few minutes. It was literally 0-0 for ages, and then obviously Southampton scored, and then Everton scored, and then it was offside. So yeah, it was a little bit unfortunate to lose that Mikolenko clean sheet, because I really just wanted him for that Southampton fixture. But it is what it is. Milenkovic obviously being the hero at the back. And Bumo is still yet to play. Obviously play Fulham tonight. But Palmer picking up 3 points. He is currently flagged. I didn't see him pick up a knock or anything like that. Obviously there was that Martinez challenge on him at the end of the game, so it might have been that, but I'm pretty sure he's fine. I don't think there was any issues there. Obviously he's got a week to kind of recover anyway, but either way, we'll get more information about that, but I think he's absolutely fine. And then Salah, the correct captaincy this week, picking up 9 points, obviously doubled because of the captaincy. It was a great finish as well. 18 points, very happy about it. Again, the captaincy was a massive swing this week, because obviously a lot of people went Haaland, so going Salah was actually a massive differential, and I'm kind of happy that Haaland blanked, because I think he was still over 100% effective ownership around my rank, so really it was a perfect situation with Salah picking up the goal and Haaland blanking. So very happy with the 18-pointer there. And then Morgan Rogers as well, still carrying those points through and through. Like, a lot of people were like, why are you benching him? Why are you benching him? Play McNeil instead. And I was like, mate, against that Spurs defense without Van der Ven, I feel like he's going to be sniffing around that box and he's going to get a goal. And that's exactly what happened. It was just a tap in, which doesn't matter. Got 2 bonus as well. So yeah, big 9-pointer from Rogers. Very happy about that. And then Strand Larson, the hero, outscoring Chris Wood this week, picking up 8 points. Absolute legend. Outscoring Kuna as well, which was really cool to see. Did play the 90 minutes as well, which I'm also very happy about, because we did get that comment from O'Neill a couple weeks ago saying that, you know, he was a really good player, was really happy with him, but he was just getting tired around the 60-minute mark. So the fact that he's hitting 90 like constantly now is just really, really good for his minutes going forward. So yeah, I'm very happy just to hold him. Obviously, he's got Southampton at home next, so hopefully can recreate the goal that he scored against Palace. But either way, very happy with that 8-pointer. Raul obviously still yet to play, and then Haaland picking up the 2 points. And then on the bench, Ward picked up 0. Gabriel did start in the end. I was very worried about that bullet header, but yeah, only picked up the 2 points because of that Newcastle goal. And then McNeil as well, another injury doubt, but obviously only picked up 2 points as well. So all in all, I kind of chose correctly. I mean, I probably should have played Gabriel over Aït-Nouri, but it's a 1-point difference. And at the end of the day, I'm always going to be playing Aït-Nouri, who's got Palace at home. So yeah, all in all, not too bad. It's currently going well. Like I say, I don't think Raul Jimenez is that highly owned. So, you know, 11.2%. So anything he gets tonight is obviously a big differential. Mbeumo is very highly owned, so he won't really affect the rank too much. But yeah, hopefully Jimenez can get a couple goals, and that would be absolutely ideal. But it's nice. It's gonna be nice having 2 attackers playing each other and not having to worry about clean sheets and stuff, because it's always horrible watching an attacker playing one of your defenders. But either way, 52 points, a massive jump though from I think we were like 800 and something thousand in the world. So we're now 479,000 with 2 players left to play as well. So we've finally got that big green arrow that I was hoping for, and we're pushing more and more for the top 100k. So very, very happy with how the game week's going so far. Moving on to the transfer plans though, I have 2 free transfers and I've got a few different decisions to make. I've only got 0.1 mil in the bank, which isn't ideal, but there's a few different things that I have been thinking about doing. So this is obviously if everyone's okay, which I think Rodgers is okay as well, by the way. I didn't talk about him, but obviously Palmer I think is fine. Rodgers did go off with that ankle injury, but he was like really annoyed that he went off, so I feel like he definitely could have played on. I wouldn't be playing him against Liverpool away anyway next week, so he can have the week off anyway, doesn't matter. It's the one fixture I'm not going to be playing him against. He can still score in that game, obviously, but at the end of the day, if he is injured, I don't think he'd be out for long. So he was really annoyed that he went off, so I feel like he thought he could have played on. So I think Rodgers is fine. So yeah, transfers this week. So there's a couple of different routes that I think I'm going to be taking this week. So the first one is that I kind of need to sort the defense out, because I was taking a look at it, and obviously I've got Aït-Nouri who's got Southampton, which is fine, but then I've got Gabriel who's playing Palmer. I've got Mikalenko who's got West Ham away, which isn't ideal, but it's not the worst fixture in the world. Obviously Greaves can't play, and then I've got Milenkovic who's got Newcastle at home. And not only that, next week as well, in game week 12, obviously international break and stuff, but in game week 12 I also have a bit of an issue as well, because I have Mbeumo playing Mikalenko, Gabriel's fine to play, and then I've also got Raul Jimenez playing Aït-Nouri. So I've got quite a few attackers playing defenders, and I've also got Milenkovic who's got Arsenal away. So really, I've got 3 defenders there that I don't really want to play, because they've either got a really bad fixture or they're playing my attackers. So I feel like at this point I kind of need to sort the defense out. And I was taking a look at Mikalenko, and I was like, those fixtures from now, I don't really want him for those, because yeah, West Ham's fine for this week, but then Brentford at home, he's playing Mbeumo. Man United away is not ideal, and then he's playing Wolves, who I've got Strand Larson. So I don't need him in any of those fixtures, and then the Everton fixtures get bad. So I'm absolutely fine getting rid of Mikalenko, maybe keeping him this week, but I kind of need to get rid of him in the future, especially with like, I want to keep Milenkovic for that Ipswich at home fixture, but apart from that, like all the fixtures are pretty bad. Like Newcastle at home's tough, Arsenal, City away, Man United away, very, very bad fixtures, but I really want him for the Ipswich game. So I think I'm just going to bench him and just kind of play the other defenders. So I kind of need to sort out the rest of the 3. I don't mind playing him against Newcastle, but I do kind of need to sort this out. So one thing that I could do is get rid of Gabriel this week and bring in somebody like maybe Dalot for United. Obviously, they've got 3 really nice fixtures, which I'd want to play him in all of those, like Leicester, Ipswich, and Everton. It's not a bad little. Obviously, the new manager's going to come in, and that's the thing that's worrying me. But that's one thing that I could think about, and it'd give me like 1.1 mil in the bank, and then I could use that money to also upgrade Mikalenko as well. And then this week I play like Dalot, Aït-Nouri, and then whoever I bring in for Mikalenko. Haven't really thought about that, but you know, I play those 3, and then obviously the week after I'd have Dalot, I'd have this other defender, and then I'm either going to have to play Aït-Nouri or Milenkovic, which isn't ideal, but it's just like I can't get to anyone else. So that's one thing that I'm thinking about doing, and obviously I'd have I've got the 2 free transfers for that and have a bit of money to be able to do that as well. The other thing that I'm thinking about doing is getting rid of McNeil and bringing in Semenyo, who obviously has some really, really nice fixtures. And I can just do this, so I don't know if they're going to be close to a price rise or not. But getting rid of McNeil for Semenyo gives me 0.2 mil in the bank, and then I've got 4.5 mil. And then I was thinking about bringing in Mazraoui. So I'm still bringing in that United defender but I'm bringing in a cheaper version. I keep Gabriel. I lose McNeil. I get Semenyo, who I really want in the team because his fixtures are really good and his numbers are really good for Bournemouth. And he becomes my new, like, 7th, 8th attacker, obviously switching with Strand Larsen. So that also sorts out the Mikolenko issue. I can play Mazraoui, like I say, in the next 3 fixtures, which is really all I need him for. Because, like, this week I can play Milenkovic against Newcastle. I don't mind that. Like, Forest defense is really good. And then I play Aït-Nouri, Mazraoui. And then the week after I can play Gabriel, Mazraoui, and then... You know, I probably play Aït-Nouri in that fixture. And then the week after, I've still got Mazraoui. And then I get rid of him around game week 13, 14, whatever. Or I just bench him for Arsenal and then I just play him in Forest. So that's also something that I'm thinking about doing. But at the end of the day, it all depends on what the manager's going to do. But I just don't think they've really got anyone else that can play in this position. So I think I'm okay with keeping him. Because obviously the Arsenal and the City away fixtures aren't ideal. Like, apart from that, I'm probably not going to need him, really, because obviously Forest at home's great, but then Bournemouth I've got Semenyo, Wolves I've got, you know, it's not really worth it for that. So kind of really only bringing him in for the next 3, but there's not really any other defences that I want to target that have really good fixtures over the next 3 that I think can possibly keep a clean sheet. Like, obviously, Brentford have really good fixtures, but they just can't keep a clean sheet this season. It's just not worth it, in my opinion. Obviously, with the Konate injury as well, if he's out, then maybe I start taking a look at... Like, if Kwanzaa's somehow back, I don't think he is going to be, because obviously Gomez came on. But this is the transfer that I'm, like, properly thinking of making. But at the end of the day, I also would like a couple going into the international break. But I just don't think it's going to be possible. I think I just need to sort this defence out. So, yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of doing. And like I say, I'll have no money in the bank doing that, which I'm fine with. You know, I think the team looks really, really good from here. You know, the midfield looks solid. Obviously, I'm missing Saka, I'm missing Trent, but I can always easily get to those if I decide to sell Haaland. Like, but I'm kind of committing to keeping Haaland if I do this move, though, because obviously I'd have to take hits to get rid of Haaland, and I don't really want to do that. I'm never going to take a hit to get rid of Haaland. Like, that's just, I think it's just crazy. So yeah, I think this is a really nice move, and this is probably what I'm going to do for the next game week. Obviously, if there is any kind of price changes happening soon, which I think there is, I think McNeil is quite close. I might have to go quickly, which I never like doing. But if I don't, then I'm going to be priced out of this move. So, I don't know. I'm going to keep an eye on the price changes, but this is what I'm thinking of doing. But either way, that's my game week 10. Well, that's how I'm going on game week 10, and that's also the transfers for game week 11. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Leave a comment. What are your plans for the next game week? Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. And until next time, peace.